Tonight, let this gentle tale fill you with warmth and rest. Tansy and Forest Guardian Nymphaea. This story is about a young girl named Tansy, with the help of Forest Guardian Nymphaea, learns the importance of support and kindness. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, there lived a young girl named Tansy. Tansy had always felt a deep connection to the forest, its whispering leaves and rustling branches like a secret language only she could understand. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky painted itself in twilight hues, Tansy ventured into the woods. She followed a seldom-tread path that twisted and turned, illuminated by the gentle glow of fireflies. As she walked, she sang softly, her voice mingling with the night sounds. And suddenly, she heard a soft cry. Pursing her lips, she followed the sound until she found a small, injured bird lying beneath a large oak tree. Cradling the bird in her hands, Tansy whispered reassurances, feeling its tiny heart beat rapidly against her palm. Unsure of what to do, she looked around and noticed a soft light emanating from deeper within the forest. Guided by an unseen force, Tansy followed the light to a clearing where the moonlight danced upon an ethereal figure. The figure was Nymphaea, the forest guardian, with eyes that sparkled like starlight and hair that flowed like silken vines. Nymphaea knelt down beside Tansy and the injured bird. "You have a kind heart, Tansy," Nymphaea said, her voice like a gentle breeze. "It will help you care for this little one. Together, they will tend to the birdie's wounds, using herbs and magical waters from a nearby stream." The bird soon began to heal, chirping happily as it fluttered back to the branches above. Tansy looked up at Nymphaea, gratitude shining in her eyes. "Thank you, Forest Guardian," she whispered. "You have taught me to believe in the kindness of the forest." Nymphaea placed a hand on Tansy's shoulder. "Remember, dear Tansy, that the forest and its guardians will always support those who show it love and respect," she said. Titi vanished into the moonlight, leaving Tansy with a heart full of warmth and a new friend in the forest. From that day on, Tansy often returned to the woods, her bond with the forest growing ever stronger. She became known as the Guardian's helper, always ready to offer support to those in need, be they human or creature. The forest, in turn, flourished, its beauty reflecting the harmony and love that Tansy brought to it through her actions. Let's continue with a new journey. Cattleya and the Bluebonnet Heritage. This story is about Cattleya and her goldfish Bluebonnet, who cherish their village's heritage and ensure the legacy of their ancestors lives on. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling green hills and glistening streams, lived a kind-hearted girl named Cattleya. Cattleya had a small, twinkling goldfish named Bluebonnet, who shimmered like a jewel within the crystal-clear waters of their golden pond. The pond was surrounded by ancient stone sculptures of their ancestors, a testament to the rich heritage the village cherished. From warm summer evenings, Cattleya and Bluebonnet would share stories of the past. Each tale was a vibrant tapestry of history, insight woven into the fabric of their present lives. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and bathed the village in hues of gold and pink, Cattleya's grandmother, with eyes as gentle as a whispered lullaby, began to recount the legend of the pond. According to the story, the pond was a sacred place blessed by the spirits of their ancestors, who ensured the village's prosperity. It was said that the goldfish within the pond absorbed the wisdom and courage of these spirits over generations. As Cattleya listened, the twinkling stars reflected in Bluebonnet's sails seemed to dance with the same wisdom. Captivated by the tale, Cattleya vowed to honor this heritage. She She spent days researching ancient texts and speaking with village elders, gathering pieces of their history like precious pearls. Lamented, ever-shimmering, inspired children and adults alike to cherish their heritage. One day, a fierce storm lashed the village. Trees were uprooted and the pond threatened to overflow. Cecilia, clutching her treasured texts, ran to protect the pond. As lightning flashed and thunder roared, Bluebonnet swam with a fervent flow, almost as if infused with ancestral spirit. Very feeling effortlessly, the storm subsided, leaving the pond untouched, an act seen as a sign of their ancestors' protection. From that day on, Cabla became the village's historian, stewarding the stories and traditions with unwavering dedication. She taught the children about their heritage, instilling in them a deep respect for their past. Every evening as the sun dipped below the horizon, Cabla and Bluebonnet continued their storytelling, ensuring the legacy lived on. The village prospered, the bond between the past and present unbreakable. The heritage was not just a memory, but a living, breathing entity, cherished by all. And so, under the watchful eyes of ancestors, illuminated by the glow of a shimmering goldfish, Cabla and Bluebonnet thrived, their spirits forever intertwined with the legacy of their village. The new chapter begins, soft and sweet. Campanula and the Gentle Giant. This story is about a girl named Campanula and a gentle giant named Tansy, whose friendship and wisdom helped a village learn to live in harmony with nature. Once upon a time, in a lush valley surrounded by snow-capped mountains, lived a young girl named Campanula. Her hair was the color of midnight and her eyes sparkled like the stars in the winter sky. Every morning, she would explore the forest near her home, her laughter echoing through the trees. One day, as she ventured deeper into the forest than ever before, she stumbled upon a hidden glade. In the center of the glade stood a towering figure, his skin the hue of ancient trees, and his eyes gentle and wise. He was Tansy, the gentle giant, known to few and seen by even fewer. Despite his imposing size, Tansy had a heart as soft as a feather. He had lived in the forest for centuries, caring for the plants and animals, ensuring harmony in the natural world. When Campanula saw Tansy, she felt no fear. Instead, curiosity filled her. She approached the giant and introduced herself. Tansy smiled, his voice a deep and soothing rumble as he welcomed her. From that day on, Campanula and Tansy became fast friends. She would visit him every day, learning about the forest, secrets, and the importance of every living thing. Tansy taught her how the trees communicated through their roots, how the flowers danced with the wind, and how the streams sang stories of old. Campanula was inspired by Tansy's wisdom and kindness. She decided to share what she had learned with the people of her village. Slowly but surely, Campanula's tales began to change the way the villagers saw the forest. They no longer viewed it as a resource to exploit, but as a living, breathing entity deserving of respect and care. Under Tansy's guidance, Campanula spearheaded efforts to protect the forest. They planted new trees, cleaned the streams, and created spaces where animals could thrive. The valley flourished, and harmony was restored between the villagers and nature. Tansy watched with pride as Campanula grew into a leader, her spirit radiating hope and inspiration. As the years passed, the bond between Tansy and Campanula never waned. She continued to visit him, their friendship a testament to the power of kindness and understanding. One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, Tansy told Campanula a secret. He had seen many generations come and go, but none had touched his heart as she had. With tears in her eyes, Campanula hugged the gentle giant, promising to keep his wisdom alive for generations to come. And so the legend of Campanula and the gentle giant, Tansy, was passed down through the ages. It became a tale of inspiration, teaching children and adults alike the importance of harmony with nature and kindness in their hearts. Let's turn to another heartwarming story. Anna and Frisia's Everlasting Bond. This story is about the deep bond between Hina and her tender head, Frisia, showing how love and support can help overcome any fear. Once upon a time, in a small quaint village surrounded by lush meadows and blooming wildflowers, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Hannah. She had a special bond with her tender, Frisia, a gentle creature with translucent wings and the ability to shimmer in the moonlight. Frisia had always been by Hannah's side, especially when life seemed overwhelming. On a breezy spring afternoon, Hannah felt quite anxious about the upcoming village festival, where she had to perform a dance in front of everyone. As she sat beneath the ancient oak tree, her eyes welled up with tears, and she hugged her knees tightly. Frisia, sensing Hannah's distress, fluttered down beside her. The little creature's wings glowed faintly, and she whispered in a soothing voice, "Hannah, you are never alone. We can overcome anything together." Hannah looked at Frisia, wiping her tears away, and smiled faintly. "But what if I make a mistake? What if they laugh at me?" she asked. Frisia's eyes sparkled like dew-kissed petals. "Mistakes are part of learning, dear Hannah. It's not about perfection. It's about the joy and love you bring to your dance. I'll be right there with you, every step of the way." With newfound confidence, Hannah stood up and decided to practice her dance routine. The meadow became her stage, with Frisia hovering nearby, encouraging her with every movement. As the days went by, Hannah's confidence grew, and the bond between her and Frisia became even stronger. On the day of the festival, Hannah dressed in a beautiful gown that shimmered like the morning dew, and Frisia perched gracefully on her shoulder. As Hannah began to dance, Frisia's wings sparkled brightly, creating an enchanting spectacle that captivated everyone. The villagers watched in awe as the harmony between Hannah and Frisia was a sight to behold. When the dance ended, the village erupted in applause, and Hannah beamed with happiness. She realized that it wasn't about the fear of making mistakes. It was about having the support and love of someone who believes in you. From that day on, Hannah and Frisia became an inspiration to everyone in the village, teaching them the true meaning of support and companionship. Their unbreakable bond was a testament to the power of love and encouragement, showing that with the right support, one can truly shine bright. Thank you for joining. May you sleep peacefully, Neokori.